Did Goats Racing. Is Pontiac really dead? Most likely. But that barn's gone. There's a tree right here now, bigger than the barn. Never meant for this to happen, but 22, 23 years ago, drug it home from another barn lot that had several other cars in it. I have all the ads and papers of where we went and got it, me and some friends. Advertised as a Le Mans GT, which I knew there's no such thing. So we went and looked at it, me and a couple friends, back in 2003, May, I think. And I sent off for this. Back then, I think it was only 25 bucks, something. But here's a build sheet. I keep hearing about all these lowest option cars. You know, the high option cars, we're just checking every box. But how many got a car with no options other than the one GT37 option, which was only 146 bucks. Add in some carpet, $14. The GT37 package, you know, I've went on and on about what that actual package included, you know, which was a 352 barrel, 4-speed, hood pins, stripes, all that. But that entire package was only 146 bucks. And you know, it's hard to believe that the actual price of that car going in the dealership was only 2,000 bucks in 1970. Suggested retail price $3,000, but it went out the door and sold for $2,500. $2,542.14 would have bought you a poor man's GTO in 1970 and a half. Of course, this packet of stuff came with so much stuff. I mean, really mostly useless stuff to me, but there are no, I got a letter, or this, telling me, which I already knew. They told me there's no factory photos of this car exists. So they sent me this one, which was it's an actual glossy, real factory photo, I'm assuming. I don't know, or they've recopied it, but sent me that since they had no hardtop photos. And then all the regular read it and get bored, you know. That's why all my tech friends, all the engine guys, are blah 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 this, you know, blah 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 this. I'm like, can't you just admire it? Shut up. You know. And then they sent me this too, you know, all these letters in here talking about different things. But flip through this 2003 brochure, and there wasn't a damn thing in it that caught my eye. You know, everything. This was pre-solstice, so I did find one interesting thing in here about the window stickers, and that just because I just, you know, stopped by a dealership not too long ago, and I had to walk around everywhere to find a goddamn window sticker. And, you know, this whole thing talks about how it's against the law not to post that. And $1,000 fine if you do not have that posted in your new vehicles. But I'm pretty car savvy. And, you know, I'm like, I know exactly why these don't exist in half the cars. And it's because a normal guy walks up to a window sticker that says $72,000. He's getting right back in his goddamn vehicle and going home. But if he has to go inside and ask, hey, how much is that? Well, sit down. Let's talk about it. You know, let's get you in that truck. They don't care how financially struck you're going to be. $72,000 for anything, especially a plastic goddamn truck. You know, I don't want to stab anybody in the foot or whatever. You know, but get real, people. You know, we got to be able to afford our vehicles. And when we can't even get to work to pay for the damn things. So, you know, where's the 15, 20,000 vehicles that we can afford? I know where they're at, but I'm not going to say nothing because maybe I'll be the one bringing them out. I don't know. Pontiac out.